let's get into this one. How about this one for you right here? The Carolina Panthers seek to interview Saints executive Khai Harley for their general manager job. Khai Harley. Khai Harley, right? Our guy Khai, right? Now, this is from NOLA.com too. The Panthers need a new general manager, and they're looking at a candidate with the New Orleans Saints to possibly fill the vacancy. The Panthers requested to interview Saints Vice President of football operations or administration and assistant general manager Khai Harley for the position. A source with knowledge of the situation confirmed Carolina is in search of a new lead executive after owner David Tepper fired Scott Federer on Monday. Harley, in his 16th season with the Saints, handles the Saints' salary cap, contract negotiations, and works closely with general manager Mickey Loomis. He was promoted to his current title last August, and he joins the franchise in 2008 after a 5-year stint with the NFL Management Council. Harley has been long seen as a rising executive in the NFL, and he left behind a successful career in finance to pursue an opportunity in sports, interning with the Colts and Eagles. His work in the league office led him to the Saints. He climbed the ladder with various roles, and for the past few years, he's been participating in NFL's front office and general manager at Accelerator program, an event designed to increase awareness and diversify the league's pipeline of executive candidates. Harley, who is black, has been accredited for the Saints' aggressive salary cap strategy, helping them free up room for New Orleans to be cap compliant while also pursuing free agents. I thought that was Mickey Loomis doing that. Let me find out that like the old song said, let me find out that Khai Harley is doing the job that we giving Mickey Loomis credit for. Let me find that out. Because he damn sure, like I said, Khai Harley is doing, I promise you, I guarantee you that's what's going on. Khai Harley in there doing all that stuff, and Loomis is the vice president who sit on his ass, smash his ass, and sound like an elitist half the time. I'm not going to do that. It's late. I'm not going to talk about the mid. I'm not going to talk about that where we're going to draft a quarterback. It's in the middle of the season. No, it's not, Mickey. It's 2 weeks before the season end at the time. Oh, it's the middle of the season. You guys are not qualified to talk about NFL coaches. They're not qualified. You're not qualified, and you're lazy and unsophisticated when you write stories. Bad stories. That's not good. Yeah, let me tell you. But Khai Harley, man, they're looking at him. If Harley's ultimately hired for the job, the Panthers search has just begun, and it would rank the second time in recent years in which a division rival lured a high-ranking Saints executive with a promotion. In 21, the Falcons hired former Saints vice president and assistant general manager for pro personnel Terry Fontenot to be their general manager. And Fontenot was supposed to be the guy that replaced Mickey Loomis as general. Mickey Loomis has been attached to the NFL for almost 40 years. He's been in an executive role with the Saints for over 20 years. It's time for you to step down. You let Terry Fontenot go. That was not a good look. And Fontenot was trying to take Khai with him. Khai said no. The Saints kept him, gave him the assistant general manager position. That was last year. It's time for him to have the general manager position this year because he's doing everything Mickey Loomis is doing. Mickey Loomis ain't doing nothing. He already told you that he doesn't do evaluations during the NFL season because of his emotions. I didn't make that up. He said that. Well, you see, what I mean by that is, and listen, Q's making me sound bad. Well, listen, I can tell you, what I mean is that, well, when you win, your feelings be way up in the air and way up in the sky, and when you lose, you be way in the ground. So that's my feelings. It be up and down, and it's hard for me to do my job. So I just don't do it until a year is over with. Now, what sense does that make? He's too emotional for wins and too emotional for losses. He can't do his job, so he don't do it until the entire NFL season is over with. That's the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life. Pardon my French, for real. That's stupid. And if you're doing that, you don't need to be a general manager because that's not what a real general manager does. We need somebody that doesn't get fleeced by some of the best general managers in the NFL, because he's not a real true NFL general manager. He was a guy that was masquerading because the coach that was running the team was actually the dude that was doing everything and telling him what to do. And when you pull him out of the mix, him being Peyton out of the mix, you can see the obvious cracks, flaws, and big time errors in the games of all these characters that's left here trying to run an operation like Sean Payton is still here. Only problem is there is no leadership at the top. There's no accountability at the top. There's no discipline at the top. There's not an alpha dog at the top. And what you got are a bunch of sidekicks. And as sidekicks, you got a team missing the playoffs for the third straight year. The third straight year, waiting to get some other teams to help them win to get in the playoff window when they can't beat teams with winning records, and they had a soft ass record all year long. Make it make sense. But Khai Harley, man, this is something right now that doesn't need to happen. They need to hire Khai and listen, they know what this dude is. This will be a great hire for the Carolina Panthers. The Saints can't not allow another young executive that was brung up in the black and gold building to be stolen away by an NFC rival. Mickey Loomis is not doing anything as a general manager. He needs to give up the manager position to Khai Harley right now and allow him to be the general manager. Mickey already has another job. He's the vice president of football operations. He has a job. He has another title. It's two titles. One's a general manager, the other one's a VP. He can still keep the VP title because he ain't doing nothing anyway, and let Khai have the general manager title. It's time. It is time. I've been talking about this for some time now.